Hello, 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 and welcome to the Pottervision podcast. The podcast for every 14 days. That's 1-4, don't panic. Myself, Lucas Kirkby, and a man on a screen in my room, Tom Lawrenson. We look at a chapter of the Harry Potter books and we nitpick them for as long as we're able. This week we're on episode 133 and it's chapter 36 of the Order of the Phoenix. The only one he ever, I always want to say loved, but it's the only one he ever feared. Dumbledore or Voldemort loved. Anyway, here he is. It's Tom Lawrenson. How are you?
I am good, and here in front of me, a man I lay my eyes upon. It is Lucas Kirkby. Let me give you a rundown of this man. Right, great big bushy beard. Right, eyes like brown like chocolate gateaus, hair brown like chocolate gateau, eyebrows like two slugs.
Yeah.
That's you.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad you've mentioned the beard because it's something I've been working on. As you know, one of my big role models is Sir Charles Darwin. And so I've gone to, I'm trying to emulate it by growing a big bushy beard. And hopefully I can emulate his actions as well.
Pop quiz. Charles Darwin. What town is he from in England?
I thought I knew that. Maybe not. I'm going to guess he's from Runcorn.
He's from Shrewsbury.
He's from Shrewsbury. You've got to admire a man who has the confidence to walk up to a vicar, for example, point at an ape and say, "That's your nana." You've got to commend him for that. Because at the time I'd be like, "Excuse me, that is not my nana."
Right, I'll be the vicar, you be Charles Darwin.
Alright.
Azumi, Zalalu, Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
Sorry to interrupt you, Father. But I've been on a ship. I've been to Australia, New Zealand. I've come back, and I reckon a gorilla is your granddad. What do you think about that?
Listen here, you bald-headed, bushy-beard bastard.
Yeah.
You're not welcome in Shrewsbury anymore.
Oh.
Why don't you walk
20
paces west and live in Wales?
I will. And I'll tell all the vicars there that their nanas are gorillas as well.
Well, let's act that out. Right, now you're in Wales. I'm a Welsh vicar. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, mamma mia, mamma mia.
Hello, Welsh Father.
Hello, where have you been? Who are you?
Where have I been and then who am I? Well, I've been in Shrewsbury and my name is Charles Darwin. Yeah, soon to be knighted actually. Yeah.
Isn't that charming? Are you to stay with us long? Live in Wales, you know?
Yeah, I have to live in Wales now. I've been banished from my previous parish because I said that the guy's grandma looked like a gorilla.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mama. I suppose you'll need a new name, will you? I'll call you Charlie Jones.
Well, I'll be Charlie Jones. And by the way, Vicky, I think your nana's a gorilla as well.
Oh, you don't say. She's a very hairy woman. I am Welsh.
I don't think that's a thing or a stereotype that Welsh people are hairy. But there we go.
Well, you're Welsh. You're bloody hairy.
I am bloody hairy, yeah.
The amount of hotel rooms I've shared with you where you've taken off your shirt and without even thinking have started doing this. Strumming your fists on your chest.
Yeah, I must admit, I do often bat my pecs like a silverback. It's to show dominance.
You do have a great big hairy chest. Agree or disagree?
I agree. Imagine Sean Connery / Austin Powers all rolled into one.
I'm salivating.
Yeah. Sorry about that, ladies.
Sean Connery and Austin Powers rolling around on the floor, did you say?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Well, I've just not been keeping my beard together. I might sort it out today. It's a bit wild, isn't it? Hey, but are you noticing anything different about my body?
Different t-shirt?
No. How about now?
No, what?
I've joined a gym.
No. Well, I'm getting your shoulders and your head. So how's that going up there?
You're not seeing the effects after 2 weeks?
No, I've not. I think it takes 2 weeks for yourself to notice the difference. It takes a month for your friends and family to notice the differences. And then I think 2 months for acquaintances. You'll come back after good. 2 weeks.
Yeah. And after 6 months, complete strangers will be complimenting your change. Yeah. I've never seen you before, but I can see that you're on a journey. Well done.
So you've joined a gym?
Yeah, well, I'd like to lose a bit of weight and just like be able to move a bit more freely because I've slowly been getting a bit bigger. And this is not why I joined the gym, but on a side note, I was in doing a lesson in school and ice cream came up. Talking about ice cream. And then a kid goes, "Hey, I saw Mr. Kirkby at the ice cream shop." And everyone goes, "Oh, did you?" I was like, right. Then another kid puts their hand up and goes, "I saw Mr. Kirkby at McDonald's." I was like, expecting a third kid to put his hand up. "I saw Mr. Kirkby at the lard factory." Yeah, shut your mouth, you kids. About my eating habits, thank you. I'm ratting out by 10-year-olds.
I saw Mr. Kirkby rolling around in his own muck. Hey!
Oi, do your maths. But yeah. But I'm doing it for myself, really, but Martina's going as well, and it's quite nice doing it together. But the people and the vibes of this gym, it's not my vibe. I like going there, but everyone's walking around like this. Like this, yeah? Sleeveless tops, right, grunting, right. I go in there first day, like, getting changed in the dressing room. I'm listening to the lyrics of the music that they're playing in the gym. It's like, "Yeah, you just wanna fuck me." I'm like, right, well, I don't want to be listening to that. It's bloody explicit. So I just put my AirPods in and listen to either country music or a Doctor Who audio play, while everyone else listens to smut.
What do you do at the gym?
Well, I like running. I'm trying to get more endurance on the old treadmill. So I kind of do a bit of like uphill walking, a bit of running. I try and do... Well, I've already seen a bit of an improvement because I used to struggle like running fast for a long time, but now I can do like 10-minute bursts, which is good. And then I do a little bit of pulling things and lifting things on the machines. And then I did a bit of rowing as well, but now my hips hurt, so I need a break from that.
It sounds like you're going to the gym and you're going freestyle.
Yeah, there's no plan. I just want to move a bit more and enjoy it. I don't want to be too strenuous at the gym.
I think great start, fantastic. But I feel like without a plan, you'll get a bit bored.
All right. Well, all right, I'll quit tomorrow. Can't be asked.
No, that's not what I was saying.
What? Hey? What? Hey, well, I need to have the motivation of the guy that was next to me on the treadmill a few days ago.
Get him to train you.
I might get him to train me, because I was there doing me running, right? And I can kind of see something in the corner of my eye. I turn to my right and this guy's on the treadmill, but he's like punching the air like this while he's running on the treadmill. So I'm like, alright, fair enough. So I keep running a bit. Next thing, he turns sideways on the treadmill, right? and he's moving sideways, and he's like punching towards me like that. I'm like getting a bit close.
Did you turn towards him? Well, that is it, all right.
I felt like doing it, turning to face him, right? And then, but it's making me laugh because he's just a bit mega intense. And then later on, he's doing it backwards. So like, I'm going forwards on the treadmill, and he's like this, going backwards on it. It was fantastic. I wish I had his brain. What do you make to that?
I love it. I think, yeah. I think find a little plan online and follow it, or get a little course from a PT at your gym.
Course from the PT at my gym? Yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to go and enjoy
maybe
it.
Not going to do that. Sounds like effort or money.
Yeah, maybe get into a plan, but I'm enjoying going. I'm moving. We're doing about 2 hours at a time doing stuff. So that's not bad, I don't think.
Bloody hell. Yeah, do what you want. I've not been able to go to the gym since my sciatica, because I don't want to make it worse. But I've been making sure to do a load of walking. I've been doing 10,000 steps a day most days.
That's good.
It's been going good.
Yeah. And we're starting all sorts of new things. Hey, we do a Harry Potter podcast, and now you can call me Lucas Potter, because I've started a pottery course with Martina. Making things.
Yes. Wow.
Did I tell you about that?
That's why he's always busy. Lucas, can we record a podcast? No, I'm doing one of my classes. What have you got tonight? Judo. Bloody hell.
I don't do judo, but I've enjoyed it. Well, Martina's done it a couple of times before, so she's a bit of an expert on the old pottery. But I'm very new. But I did. The first thing was like, you just stick your thumb in and start making a cup. And then there's a bit where you roll some clay out and make a cup or whatever. And then this last Monday, I was doing the sausage technique. But then they asked me to not do that and stick with the pottery. No, it's just, you get a flat piece of clay and then you roll them up into a sausage. And then you just keep moving it around and you can make the cup go out and in and stuff like that. It's very good. It's quite, what you call it, mindful. And next week they're going to let me have a go on the spinner. The pottery wheel.
That's brilliant.
But I think it's going to be difficult.
Why don't you make a Pottervision bowl for me and you to eat out of?
I might do that, just the one. A Pottervision bowl. Yeah, and then when we're on tour, we can eat some cereal out of it together, can't we?
But it's really nice and long, like a trough.
Oh yeah, Pottervision trough. That sounds good.
Do you remember that time I was ill in Brighton?
Do I remember? You won't let me forget it.
And the first meal I had after not being able to eat all day, I was like, oh, I'll probably get a curry then.
Hit the ground running. I'll have a tikka masala, please. Not been feeling too well the past few days.
Projectile vomiting, sickness and diarrhea. Yeah. Can I get your hottest curry, please?
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh,
yeah.
That's lovely.
So yeah, once I've done a few things, I'll be able to show you what I've made. But they're all, they need to be, I think burnt is the wrong word. They need to go in the kiln. And that takes a couple of weeks, and then I can paint them. I've made a bowl, a plate, a bird, a cup.
Brilliant. A bird? I'd like to see this bird.
It was quite easy, well, because there was like half an hour at the end. And all you have to do is you get two balls, one bigger than the other. And with both of them, you just start stroking the edge of the ball like that. And slowly, it turns into a beak. And then with the little one, no, the other way around. And then with the big one, you do the same and it turns into a tail.
You're knocking me
and then
sick.
You just stick them together. Why am I making you sick?
Oh, you grab
Turning
two
a ball
big
into
balls.
a tail.
You can have two big balls and you give one of them a bit of that, and then you give the other one a bit of that. What are you talking about? Children listen to this.
Well, they're learning about pottery, aren't they? But there is a lot of phallic shapes in pottery. And I think when I'm going to be on the potter's wheel, it's going to be a bit like that scene in Ghost. Where Martina's helping me from behind.
Never mind Pottervision.
Making the pot.
We should start calling you Lucas Potter.
Exactly. Pottervision. The new pottery podcast. Yeah. So I'll happily share my artwork. It's a bit basic. I will warn you, but I'm a beginner. What can I say?
Very good. It's like outsider art. You know, sometimes they let like criminals or like, I don't know, mentalists or psychopaths do art. Maybe it's like a similar vein to that.
Well, that's what the teacher said on the first day. He was like, you lot there, because like all the ones that had been before, like Martina and a couple of others, she had her arms around them like that. She's like, these girls, I know these, they can do it. You lot like criminals, yeah? And I'm going to sort you out. I'm going to bring you back into the community through pottery.
She points at you. Don't I know you? You're like, no. She goes, I swear I saw you in the Wimpy in Peterborough. You know.
Oh. What did we do there? Did we do something criminal? I thought we just didn't like it.
No, I was just doing, everyone keeps spotting you in fast food places.
All right. Bloody surprised me. I start being a recluse. Everyone keeps spotting me.
That's it. Yeah, that's the thing of teachers. I know my sister avoids places because she'll be like, oh, I can't go there with my kids because kids from her school will go to that particular kid entertainment place. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 'cause when I worked in the high school, there were like none of the staff. There's over 200 staff, and none of them actually lived anywhere near where the school was because they just don't want to have to like bump into kids on the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's just a bit awkward, and you just want to kind of get on with your shopping without kids going, hey, miss, saw you in Tesco.
Yeah, miss, saw you in Tesco buying pasta.
Yeah. Well, I remember some kids in my class once filmed our English teacher doing yoga at a local leisure centre.
Oh, God.
She didn't like that, and rightly as well. So, yeah, that could happen to me because there are windows in the gym. I hope none of the kids film me on my bike or doing the running on the treadmill. Doing me sideways punching.
Imagine if one of the kids came to, I don't know, Pottervision.
Would be good. More money for us.
I filmed Sir putting someone in a gimp mask.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it wasn't the first, it won't be the last time.
I announced a little stand-up tour this week. And me and you always joke about, you know, when you announce dates, and then people in the comments, they're like, no Land's End? You're like, no Land's End. No John L. Groats? No, I won't be going to John.
You're not coming to Barrington upon Smythe? No. Population 12?
Any Exeter? No.
Yeah. But if you can put us in with a venue in Exeter, then maybe we'll come. Speaking of which, just to tantalise people, we're currently booking in a few more dates, aren't we? We're hoping to announce them very soon.
Yeah, here's ones where we're coming. Belfast we're coming back to. Dublin, apparently. We're going to Sheffield again.
Yeah. Manchester.
Manchester.
Leeds.
Manchester, but it was full of men. Leeds.
Yeah. And more. Those are just the ones we got booked in at the moment, but Dublin isn't 100% confirmed, but it'll be exciting to go there. We've never been before, and I know we have quite a few Irish people who listen to us, according to the old statistics. So yeah, maybe we'll see you there.
Seamus Finnegan.
Seamus Finnegan will be there. You can only hope.
We should mention that when we go to Ireland. You lot must love Seamus Finnegan. No.
Oh, no, certainly don't. Hey, I've also had my exam last week. Did I tell you about that?
Oh, yeah. No.
My big exam that I've been working on, my German exam, that I need to stay in the country. I did it last Friday, and I think it went well, but I'll find out in 3 weeks whether I passed. But it was like all day. There were 4 bits. There was reading, writing, listening, and hearing. And hearing, because I got to do the exam a bit earlier, I didn't have a partner for the speaking test. You go in with somebody else and you have to talk about something. So when I emailed them, they were like, "Oh, you can just talk to the examiner." And I was like, "Oh, that'd be good," because they obviously speak good German, because they're German teachers, it'd be fine. And then on the day, they were like, "Right, we're putting you with this bloke. You got 10 minutes to get to know each other. And then we've got the exam." So they put me in a room with this bloke, and he's one of those people who doesn't listen, who only talks. And he's going on and on and on. I can't really understand a lot of what he's saying. And then it gets to the actual exam. And we sat there, and you have to describe yourself. So we both describe ourselves, that's all right. Then we have to describe a picture, blah, blah, blah. And then there are follow-up questions, and he answers them a bit odd. So they go, it's on about hobbies, and they go to him, they go, "What are your hobbies?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't have time for hobbies, I've always got work and stuff." And they go, No, what are your hobbies?" And he turns to them, he goes, "Do you want the truth?" And the examiner goes, "Yeah, yeah, we want the truth." And then he goes, "I don't have time for hobbies." He gave the answer that he gave before. It was really odd. And then the third bit we had to do together. And you get given a situation, and then you have to plan for it with the other person. So on the card, it was like, your friend is going on holiday, and you two have to look after his apartment and his cat to, you know, organise it amongst yourselves. But he thought that I was going on holiday. And I couldn't get him to understand that I'm not going on holiday. I'm helping you look after the flat. Our friend's going on holiday. And then they had to intervene and talk to him. Halfway through the conversation. Yeah.
At least they can't mark you down for that.
No, hope not. Yeah. But I just, because his German was quite good, I just don't think he listened properly to the scenario.
"Excuse me, can someone have a word with Johnny Idiot, please?"
Well, yeah, but I hope it went all right, and yeah, hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have good news.
I think you will have passed with flying colours.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, so now I've only got the integration bit, which is all about German history and politics, which will be in a few months. So that's going to be exciting, and then I'll be done. Hopefully, I'll be a free man to roam Germany as I please.
What do you plan to do to Germany once they accept you as a citizen?
I plan to slowly take over, you know. Start off like
Merkel's not going to like that!
Oh! Well, there was a rally last week in the middle of the city, and Martina went with a few friends. She was like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." I had these meetings with parents, and I came afterwards. And I was there, and there was about 10,000 people there. And I was like, I've come here trusting that Martina has good views. Because I don't actually know what the rally's about. So I was like, "Martina, what are we here for?" And she went, "Democracy." So I was like, "Thank God for that. We like democracy." "Martina, what are we here for?" And then she's here on the microphone, "Send them back." "Right, we're leaving. We're leaving." No. But no, thankfully it was a lovely, peaceful rally about You know, everyone having the chance to have their say. And being kind. So, have you been up to much this week?
Went to a gig in Huddersfield last night.
Oh, that's nice. Did it go well?
Yeah, it was alright. It was, they didn't sell many tickets. I can't believe they did this. Didn't sell many tickets. So, they told the MC not to come.
Huh? That's awful.
And so they just went, "You're opening act, Tom Lawrenson."
That reminds me of a time I did a gig once. I was opening, and the MC was just the bloke who ran the gig. And he just came to the front of the stage and he just went, "All right, everyone, we all know why we're here, so please welcome your opening act, Lucas Kirkby." We all know why we're here. Need I say more?
Let's get it over with. Let's get this knobhead on stage.
Yeah. But how did it go?
All right, you know. See, the thing is, it was a work in progress gig for Nick Helm, more or less.
Right.
Who's like a famous comedian.
Yeah.
And I went out, I was like, "Who's here to see Nick Helm?" And the whole place cheered. I was like, okay. So I was doing they were quite a bit older than audiences I'm used to, like, you know, people in their 50s and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you have for breakfast?" to people. And
yeah.
That's my style of MC, and ask people what they have for breakfast.
Yeah.
And people are like, give me this bacon sandwich. And I'm like, "Who can do better than bacon sandwich?" And people are like, "Get on with it!" And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah. Ask us in the interval. Do the comedy.
So I did my set and went home, watched some Royal Family, and then I bought a box of Crunchy Nut clusters, and I'm like, normally I eat all these within the space of 24 hours, but tell you what, I'll buy them this time and I'll not do that. I'll spread them out over the week.
Yeah, that's great. Just for the people who are not living in the UK and maybe don't know, Tom is not actually watching videos of our royal family, but the sitcom, The Royal Family, which is about some people sitting in front of the telly.
I am.
I saw a funny video of some old man getting lost and walking like really close to Kate and William. Did you see that clip?
No. Oh, maybe.
They're there doing this like grand opening or something, or a visit. And then this bloke's like looking around, lost, and the security guard escorts him away. And everyone's there like with flags watching.
Way! It's funny waving a flag, isn't it?
It's very funny, especially a little flag. It's like a big one, you know, like the end of Les Miserables. You think, oh, that means something, doesn't it? Or like the start of a Formula 1 race, but little one, it flaps. Oh, that's good. Where'd you buy that from? Who sells little flags?
The only one he ever feared.
Yeah. Chapter rundown 36. Right. Sirius Black is dead. He's fallen through a curtain and now he's dead. It happens more often than you think. People getting... I've heard it's true that like about 10 people a year die on like their curtain cords by accident. Anyway, Sirius Black is dead. Right? Harry can't believe it. Yeah? But he is. Anyway, the battle's still going on. People are shooting each other with trees. Right? Anyway, battle's going on. And Harry's angry at Bellatrix Lestrange because she was the one that pushed Sirius through a curtain. And he starts chasing her down the government building and she's like, "Come and get me! Come and get me!" She's like running through the Houses of Parliament like that. And he's like trying to shoot her, but she's too fast. Anyway, they go up the lift. More bashing things going on. And Harry's like, "The prophecy's destroyed." And she's like, "What?" Next thing, Voldemort turns up. He's a bit pissed off, if you don't mind me saying. Starts trying to kill Harry, but then a statue saves him. It wasn't a statue, it was Dumbledore. He moved the statue in front of the bullets. And Dumbledore and Voldemort have like this big fight. Yeah, and Harry's like cheering Voldemort on, and Bellatrix is cheering the other way around. And then Dumbledore puts Voldemort in a big bowl of water like that. And he's like, whoa. Voldemort disappears. And next thing, Harry turns into a horrible creature, right? With Voldemort's voice and body or something, right? Then all the Ministry officials arrive. Voldemort disappears. And Cornelius Fudge, the Minister of Magic, can't believe what he's seen. Voldemort is back. He can no longer deny it. Everyone has seen it. And Dumbledore says his demands. He wants Umbridge out of the school. He wants Hagrid back teaching. And he wants Harry back at Hogwarts. Well, that's the end of the chapter. The only one he ever feared.
What a chapter.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments. What a chapter indeed. Full of action. Yeah?
Yeah, it was a good little concise one, wasn't it? I feel like we're being treated now.
Yeah. Well,
because we've had to put up with long, bloated, boring, bastard chapters for 2 years.
Yeah.
Reading this book. I wonder if we should power through the next book, do 2 chapters a week, do you know what I mean, in one episode?
Oh, I'm against that, but let me sleep on it and get back to you.
Let's see what the listeners think.
Yeah, you email us. Would you like 2 or 5 chapters a week, or 1 chapter an episode like we have been doing?
Email Lucas and Neil. I'd like a spreadsheet from yourself.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, I will. Spreadsheet, feedback.
I'd like the mean, the mode, the average.
Yeah.
Just them 3.
All right, the mean, the mode and the average. I don't think you can have an average between yes and no, but I'll do my best to figure it out. I'll do my best. I think the average is maybe. Mode, definitely. Can do that for you. The range, also impossible. What is yes minus no? And the median, again, what is the median? Probably maybe again. What can I do? And don't even get me started on the standard deviation. I refuse to do it.
Maths.
Yeah, maths.
For all our kiddie listeners, just you wait till you're in year 8. You might have a bit of an understanding of that little riff Lucas just did.
Yeah. But the last bit, standard deviation, not until A level, I don't think.
I feel like we should always do a shout out to the little kiddies who listen.
Yeah, good luck to you in whatever you plan to do.
Oh, how are the SATs going? Voldemort, the only one, well, Dumbledore, the only one Voldemort ever feared. Yeah? The only one. He never feared Boogeyman.
Yeah.
He never feared Fred and Rose West.
Yeah. But did anybody? Because, like, by the time they got found out, they were imprisoned, weren't they?
By the time they got found out, they're imprisoned, right? Oh, do you know them two, that couple we just imprisoned by mistake? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think they've been killing people. Well, good job we imprisoned them.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe my logic was false. But you know what I mean? You're like, would you still be scared of them? I don't know. It is scary what they did, though. That is scary.
If I was the wizard and I was watching telly and it's like, you know, Muggle serial killer on the loose, I think I might go, I might help him out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where was Dumbledore when Raoul Moat was walking around shooting people?
What about when Ed Kemper was killing his mother?
Yeah. Where was McGonagall then? What were you doing on a certain date and time? Because I'm not being funny. If Dumbledore can deflect Avada Kedavra, he could have definitely deflected the bullets that killed John F. Kennedy. Should he have wished?
When Dr. Harold Shipman was killing his patients, where was Madam Sprout?
Just levitating the prescription away. Oh, don't do that one.
Oh, oh, oh.
Anyway, we don't like to make light of the victims.
We're making light of wizards.
Of wizards, that's what we're making light of. Why do they not intervene?
So basically, Sirius Black has just fallen beyond a veil and, for lack of a better expression, he has died. Agree or disagree?
I agree. And I get Harry's point, because I think I would struggle. I'd imagine it's harder to accept death in a world of magic. Because I'm sure Harry's just thinking, can't Fred and George make a sausage sandwich revival kit? You know, or some kind of magic potion or whatever. I think I'd find it harder to accept, especially when there's that resurrection stone floating about somewhere as well.
Has anyone died in front of your eyes where you've refused to accept it?
No. I've accepted every last one of them.
What about, wasn't it funny when Neville runs over and he's like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, can we stop with his speech impediment now? Oh, was Darius Duck a dend of doors? Yes, he was a dend of dine.
I know, we don't need that at that moment, do we? Yeah. Is that bad? Yeah, it's bad.
Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
Once, I had a bad friend in high school, naughty.
Yeah.
He used to do this thing, and this is demented. He would walk up to this lad in the year above him. He'd stop, he'd stand right in front of him.
Yeah.
He'd look in his face, he'd just stand there, put his hand on his own face, look at his friend, look at this guy.
Yeah.
And then reach forward and just slap him.
That's good.
So he'd like reach forward and just slap him. Like, not too hard, but like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a weird little thing he did. Once we were queuing up for the lunch in the hall or whatever, because it was cold. Yeah. And my friend's behind me, and this lad who he would slap was in front of me.
Yeah.
And he reached his hand past my head. So, so like this hand's coming up from behind this boy to his face.
Yeah.
And he just slaps him. And he withdraws his hand, but the guy turns round, thinks it was me, and he hits me on my forehead with his fist like that. He's like, like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wasn't me. And then he goes, sorry, mate. Patted my forehead better. Sorry, mate.
Oh, that's all right. Thanks for apologising. People with silly voices. If I was Harry and Neville came up to me and going, is that bad? Was Sirius Black a friend of yours? I'd be like, get him out of here, I'm grieving. Get him out.
Get him out of here, I'm grieving. Dardu? Yes, Diane. Diane? No.
No. Get him out. He's disrupting the process.
Harry chases Bellatrix Lestrange. Do you know what? Bellatrix Lestrange. Her surname it makes me think of the word strange. Do you know, like as if she's a strange person. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that. And the L makes me think French. Like a French strange person.
Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Yeah, that goes without. Sorry for saying that. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah, like Lestrange. Yeah. Maybe they'll have an Irish Death Eater called John O'Weird. Or a Scottish one called, don't know, Hugh McUnusual.
I like that name.
Hugh McUnusual?
Yeah.
It's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Yeah.
It's so funny.
Go on.
Go on. I was going to say, so Bellatrix, she just killed Sirius. She pushed him through. What did she do?
Yeah, she strangled him with the curtain.
Did she?
Well, something like that.
So she kills him, and then is immediately like, oh, well, that's my shift over, and starts walking for the elevators.
Yeah. Everyone else is still like fighting each other.
Fighting, she's like, well, that's me. I only came to kill my cousin. And then Harry.
Oh yeah, I was getting confused about that. Yeah. Go on.
I was about to say, Harry runs after and he's like, what about me? Don't you want to kill me? And she's like, all right, I'll kill you.
Well, she uses a baby voice. She's like, oh, Wickle Harry must his godfather. And Harry's like, right, I'm going to use Crucio on you now. And he uses the unforgivable curse. It's like, right, if you use baby voice, I'm going to torture you with a curse.
Baby voice, is it? How about this? Sand in your eyes. Oh!
Oh, don't like that. Baby voice, is it? How about I cut your toe off? I won't do baby voice no more. Yeah.
Baby voice, you just don't know how I
go. Yeah. But it doesn't really work, not the curious, what's it called? Crucio curse. Because he doesn't mean it. He's not angry enough. He doesn't want to torture her enough. So he just like knocks her out a bit.
And she's like, give me the prophecy. And he's like, no, I've destroyed it.
Yeah, he goes, there's nothing there. Nothing to summon. Tell your boss that. Now, excuse me, Harry, what stage of grief is this? This is like 10 minutes after your godfather has died. And he's like dancing around. It's been destroyed. No prophecy for you.
It's not going to work.
Tell that to your boss.
I'm Alan Sugar and you're fired.
You're fired.
Feels
a bit like the Apprentice, you know, like when in like the last film when they're all sat round the table. It's got Alan Sugar vibes then, I think, Voldemort.
Yeah. When he's rotating that person above the dinner table.
Yeah. You're levitated. I'd quite like that, I think. Bird's eye view of the dinner table.
It's funny that they're rotating a woman above the dinner table who was like a muggle or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I was part of that group, I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm all for wizard superiority on this planet that we call Earth.
Yeah.
But I just find something distasteful about a tortured dead woman above me.
I know. I'm trying to have dinner here.
Like,
it's just not nice to do.
That's put me off me rabbit stew.
Rabbit stew. Rabbit stew? Hey, Death Eater meeting. What have we got? Sausage casserole. And rabbit stew. And later, Mrs. Piggywinkle's going to come in and make us a lovely big soup. Oh, that sounds lovely, Voldemort.
Voldemort turns up.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's true. He's not lying. He has destroyed the prophecy. La 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 la.
Yeah.
And Dumbledore...
He is like that, yeah.
Dumbledore rocks up and Dumbledore's like, I'm gonna kill you. No, he's like, I'm not gonna kill you. And he's like, why, Dumbledore? Death is the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone. And Dumbledore says, I disagree. And you're like, right.
Yeah, but he never actually says what it is. I'd be interested to find out what he thinks is worse than death. Because he's like, I'm going to do something worse to you than death. So, what? Because I don't think he's going to do any horrible torture or anything like that. What's he referring to?
What are you going to do to me?
Something worse than death. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
What's Dumbledore got planned? And then they have a big old duel, don't they? And it's quite epic, because it's epic in the film. But I quite would have liked to have seen the bit with Bellatrix and Harry in the film, because they have a bit of an exciting back and forth. But alas...
Yeah.
Yeah. And then... Yeah, go on.
Harry's passed out and Dumbledore's crook nose was inches from his own. Step back, I reckon.
Were you about to kiss me, sir? No! You bloody were!
Kiss me, sir.
Waking up with your head teacher's nose close to yours. Excuse me?
He needs the kiss of life. He needs the kiss of life. Does he? It's very unfaithful.
He does.
He's breathing. He's breathing. No, he needs a kiss of life.
Well, you were reinstated as headmaster, but now you're sacked again. Azkaban for you. Everyone's there. They've seen what happens. And thank God everyone now believes that Voldemort's back. I'm sick of all this bullshit of he's not back. I don't believe it. Well, he is. Get used to the idea.
I'll tell you what, this is the 5th book, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 years of people saying Lord Voldemort has returned. He'd returned in the first one.
Yeah. He's been back for 5 years.
He's not been away. Lord Voldemort has returned. Lord Voldemort's... Right.
Yeah. From where? The shops. We know he's back. We know he's returned. What do they think's happened every year?
Right. How many kisses from your head teacher would you give this chapter out of 5?
I thought it was a bloody good one. Really exciting, quick, no extra rubbish. Straight to the point, battles, fights, epic showdown between Dumbledore and Voldemort. I'm going to give it 5 kisses from your head teacher out of 5.
Very good. Myself, I'd be inclined to agree. There was hilarity, you know. Neville talking about this. Darry, Dardoo's dad, Dunkle's dead. He's not my uncle. There was a chase. Harry breaking and using an unforgivable curse. Harry, that's unforgivable. We can't forgive you for that now. But it was against Bellatrix Lestrange, yeah? I bet you want to kiss her, don't you? Well, Dumbledore and Voldemort become face to face. These are things that would send the front page of the Daily Mail into a frenzy. Yeah? I can give this chapter no more than 5 kisses from a head teacher out of 5. Right, are you ready for the segment I tentatively call Quiz? Quiz. Right, question 1. Where did Harry dodge behind?
The statue.
It was the Fountain of Magical Brethren.
Yeah, the statue, the fountain thing with the statue in it.
It's not a fountain. It's not a statue, is it? It's the Fountain of Magical Brethren. Isn't that a funny name? What are we gonna put on in the lobby? Fans of Magical Brethren, I'd say so.
Very nice.
What spell did Harry use on Bellatrix?
Crucio.
Correct. What did Bellatrix abandon during her duel with Harry?
What did she abandon? I think she abandoned the baby voice.
Correct. Why did Voldemort flee?
Well, I think because everybody turned up.
Correct. Dumbledore appeared.
Yeah.
And finally, what did Dumbledore flick?
His own wand.
His wand. Oh, very good. But unfortunately, you did not win the quiz.
Oh.
Quiz.
And now it is time for the nation's second favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo. We're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings. What's in a beat this week? Well, we've had a lovely 5-star review from Wilco Sambora.
Wilco Sambora.
Everybody goes to Wilco Sambora. He says, or she says, I was banned from listening to this in bed after waking up my wife laughing. Just put the latest episode on at 2 AM and Lucas, doing an impression of Tom's fact about the Remembrall, has once again made this strictly a daytime podcast in our house. So thank you very much, Wilco Sambora.
Can I just say, I loved that review. I read that review the other day. Sometimes I go and check on the reviews. I saw that one. And it made me remember the anger you had for me telling that fact. It was so funny. Me going, he remembered, no, he did this, and you're like, spit it out!
It was a very good fact once it came out. Now, we've had a message from G-Fish on Instagram. And G-Fish says, hello, I discovered your podcast maybe a month ago, and I'm binging it. I think my record is 5 episodes in one day. Bloody hell. If I was to rate it, I'd give it 5 little Miss Naughty Knickers out of 5. Because it has me giggling to myself when I'm listening, while I'm cleaning, driving, out for walks, doing anything that would otherwise have me snoozing. Currently, I'm on episode 45. Tom mentioned that butterbeer sounds like Liquid Werther's Originals. And I'd like to let you in on a recipe of mine, a recipe for butterbeer. A couple of bags of Werther's into a bottle of vodka, turned occasionally for a couple of weeks, makes a creamy, lethal, delicious alcoholic treat. I hope that's not what they're serving in the Hogshead, but with Hagrid's drinking habits, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, what a great tip! Anyway, it's been a pleasure to my ear holes listening to you, and I can't wait to catch up and hear how your damp is getting on, Lucas. Well, it's still there, but I don't live there anymore, so it's someone else's problem now. But yeah, that's
not there
a good...
anymore.
Well, most of it's not there anymore. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much. If anyone wants to try out G-Fish's recipe for butterbeer, that sounds fantastic. Now, we've had another message on Instagram from Laugh and Let Die Events. And they say, hello, Pottervision boys. Me and my girlfriend came to the show in Manchester. Bloody brilliant. I've never listened...
I saw this message. Didn't this guy go on to say he's never going to listen to the pod anyway?
Yeah.
If he's never going to listen to the pod, I don't think he should have his message read out. You can't say a message, I'm never going to listen to your pod, but read out my question on the pod. No. All
right then. But thank you so much for your message. Now, we have some patrons that we need to welcome. And we've got quite a few. We should try and get a few. And the first one is a baby Hermione, and it's Harrison Davis Rowe.
Harrison Davis Rowe. Right, before I start the baby stories, we received a message from a disgruntled patron saying, I've not had my baby story. I joined in December and I've not had it yet. Right, we do 2 episodes a month, and there's a backlog because people keep joining and then quitting. So we've always got 10 bloody patrons to do a week. So there's a backlog. Please give us time. Please. There's a lot of you. We're not doing it out of ignorance. There's just a lot of patron stories coming through. Right. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that, yeah.
Harrison. New year. This is the first baby story of the new year. In February.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Harrison. New year, new you. You are a brand new baby. But in a past life, you were a different man. You were an emperor. A murderer. All people feared you. You ruled with an iron fist. You were merciless. One night in your kingdom, the temple of Rajabu. That's your name. Emperor Rajabu. And you lived in the temple Rajabu. You had set out on a journey where you had decided to murder all the men in the kingdom so no one could usurp you. How many did you murder? Something to the tune of 10,000 men. You had a small kingdom, but it was still mighty. So all men of... What? What are you laughing at?
Oh, we're getting somewhere, aren't we? Yeah, 10,000 men.
Yeah. One man you did not murder. You'd gone to his bedroom that night, stood above his bed with your hand around his face, and you took one look at this puny man and you said, you will never have the power to murder me. So you left him with 2 little pushes of your finger across his face. The boy found that disrespectful, right? So he cried for a few days until he mustered the strength and he entered your temple. He disguised himself as a beautiful woman. He put some padding around his hips, some padding on his buttocks to give the appearance he had these big, juicy, voluptuous buttocks. And then he put on his mother's bra, and within the bra he did some stuffing. He put I don't know, fruit and vegetables to give the appearance as though he had great big bosoms. He wiggled his way into the temple, and you, Rajagu, saw them coming, and you thought to yourself, ooh, I like a bit of that. Would you care to make a baby with me? You said to this man. The man nodded at you, walked over, and he said, climb upon me then. And then, just as he did, he put a knife to your neck, slit your throat, and you died. And now you are a baby to start your new life. Don't do any of that again, please.
All right, well, I hope that was worth the wait. Harrison. What? Is that a story, an actual story?
No, I made it up.
Oh, you made it up. Very good. Now, we've got another baby Hermione, so a big welcome to Emma Carey.
Emma Carey, you are the second baby of the new year, the second born. You've been born into a family with a baby already, and this other baby is being showered in attention, and you are being overshadowed. The achievements of the first baby, they can't get over it. Being able to walk at 6 months old, being able to sing, la 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 la, whereas you are a normal baby, yeah, and you cannot sing or walk so early. The years roll on, the years roll on, and this overshadowing does not fall away. The jealousy consumes you. Your older sibling has a big test on her piano the next day. She wants to get her grade 8. Is that right, Lucas?
That's the highest one, yeah.
Grade 8. And if she gets the grade 8, she gets to go to piano school in Hong Kong. You are seething with jealousy. So she's practicing piano the night before her grade 8. La 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 la. You walk over and go, piano you're playing, is it? And they go, yep. La 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 la. And you know, it's lovely that. It's lovely. Thank you. You are my younger sibling, who I'm very fond of. And you go, a bit late for that. La 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 li li. You grab the cover of the piano, you know, the thing that covers the keys, and you slam it down onto her fingers. Ah, ah, all 10 fingers broken. And you walk off giddy as hell.
That's fantastic. Well, just a tip for anyone who is doing their grade 8 piano. While you're playing your piece, whether Moonlight Sonata or whatever it might be, don't go la 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 dee 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 dee. The examiner will ask you to play it again without singing over the top of it. You know, they can't really judge your technique while you're singing. But yeah, so thank you very, very much, Emma. Now, our next baby is another baby Hermione, and it's Ewan McKenna.
Ewan McKenna. You have been born and you have lived a life of luxury in Spain. You are part of the upper middle classes, and your parents have really favoured your education over the years. Tutors, you know, summer schools. They've got great big things planned for you. At the end of your high school, you are due to go on to university, yeah? And a celebration of the end of all exams, you have gone to a masquerade ball. As is Spanish tradition. At the masquerade ball, everyone is dancing and singing about. You bump into someone. It's the kind of person you'd find attractive. And you're looking at each other going, oh, they compliment you. You're quite the nice mover. And you're like, thank you. Yeah, I like your moves. You've already said that. And they go, how about a kiss? You go, oh, I've never had a kiss before. My life of studying and education, I've always put that to the back of my mind. But why not? Masquerade ball. I'm an adult, about to go to university. Why not? You lean in, finger on your lip. They go, no. Meet me at the highest turret of this castle at midnight. Yeah? And you go, all right. They say, wear nothing. You go, that's a bit of a step up from a kiss. Right? You say, I wanted to kiss you. Now I'm rocking up naked into a room. They go, all or nothing, buddy. You go, all right. You go up the highest turret. You get naked. Right? You leave on your masquerade hat. You think, right, midnight is drawing close. Better pucker up. The 12th bell rings. Bong, bong, bong. That was 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. The door whips open. You're expecting to be kissed. It's your whole class staring at you and laughing. He's naked, naked. Oh. You stumble backwards and fall out of the turret window. You land on a Mercedes-Benz car. You are killed. All that education wasted.
Yeah, and just a reminder that all these stories are happening to babies. All right, the next. So there you go, Ewan. And our next patron is a baby Harry, and it's Rachel Goff.
Rachel Goff. You were abandoned at a railway station at a young age. A baby. You were raised. You're now a child and you have been living there. You know the ins and outs of it. You help repair the trains. You get covered in oil. You steal sandwiches off passengers. Sometimes you go up to the clock tower and you sit and watch everyone as they prepare for their trains and get all upset over cancelled trains. One day, a couple come who you think, I reckon they're my parents. I'm going to go reintroduce myself. You go down and you start eavesdropping on them and they start saying little clues that make you think, oh, I think they might be my parents. Things like, do you remember when we dropped off a baby here a few years ago? And you're like, maybe, man and a woman, it's possible. You listen a bit more. Do we regret doing that? They say yes. You think, oh my God, amazing. A treat. I'm going to crawl in their suitcase and give them a surprise for where they next, when they next open their bags. You climb in, yeah, you zip yourself up. Any good?
Very good, I like that.
It's not a bad zip, was it? You climb aboard the train. Well, you know, on the train. It's a 8 hours journey. John Hill Groats to Land's End.
Both of which are on Tom's new Pottervision tour, stand-up tour.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you are waiting. You get to the hotel room and you're waiting. When will I get out of this suitcase to surprise my parents? They really regret throwing me away, and I can forgive them. They're in their bedroom and they're making themselves a cup of tea, and you think, I'll listen a while longer. And funnily enough, they're still talking about that baby that they dropped off the train station all those years ago. Yeah. Uttering the same things again. Do you regret that? I do, I regret that. And you're like, oh my God, they're going to be so happy if they regret it. Wait till they see me. And then they go, yeah. I wish we'd never kidnapped that baby off that beautiful young couple. And they said, I wish we'd never charged them a ransom, which we'd taken and never returned the baby. You think, oh God, these aren't my mum and dad. These are a pair of kidnappers. You wait until nightfall, right? You zip open the bag. On the bed, they lay under a single sheet. It'd been a hot night and they were sleeping under it, yeah? Nude. You think, time to enact my revenge. You see some chloroform on the bedside.
Yeah. Ooh.
You put some chloroform on some bandages and you hold them over their sleeping faces. You think, right, they're asleep, but I need them to pass out even more. You pour on too much and they die. Upon the suitcase, you find all the money that they'd taken, or what was left from your parents, and you find a picture of their parents, of your parents, and some newspaper clippings. You take it all, get back on a train, and begin your adventure.
Hey, that was a good one. That was fantastic. So thank you so much, Rachel. And we have another baby Harry, and it's Freya Bleethman.
Freya Bleethman. You are a baby on a beach with your mum and dad. La 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 la. Dad runs over. He goes, would you like a Ice cream, Freya? Yes, please. He goes to ice cream shop and he gets you a 99 with a flake in it. There you go. Passes it to the baby. Too big for baby's hand. Oh. You struggle, but you manage. Mum leans over. Hey, did you know flakes don't melt? And you're like, ooh. And to prove this, you take the flake out of the ice cream and you hold it in your hand. The heat of the hand does not melt the flake. You think, brilliant. You pop it back in and start enjoying it. Eyeing you from above is the biggest seagull in England.
Yeah.
It cannot believe what a prize it has in its crosshairs. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You're sat there with the ice cream too big for you, licking away. Ah! It swoops down, narrowly missing both you and the ice cream. Everyone's like, oh, that's a big seagull. Let's get out of here. Dad and Mum start packing things up. They say, run, Freya, run. You start running off down the beach. And the seagull is swooping down at you. They're like, toss the ice cream, toss the ice cream. Greed has got the better of you. You're licking away, trying to get your money's worth. They go, Freya, fucking toss it. All right?
Yeah.
Buy you another. You toss the ice cream. The seagull does not divert. It was not the ice cream the seagull had in mind.
Oh.
It was you. Yeah? You carry on running with your little baby legs. The seagull swoops one final time, opens its beak and swallows you whole.
Oh.
You are taken into the air inside this seagull's stomach. Your parents looking up. Oh my God, baby, beneath down. Oh my God, I can't believe it. All of a sudden, the seagull's smile fades. Inside the seagull's stomach, you have found a little blade and you have cut open a hole and poked your face out of the seagull's body. The seagull is confused. It's like, that's not meant to happen. You take the blade and poke it into the seagull's heart and the seagull dies. You think, oh no, now the seagull's going to plummet towards the earth. They'll both perish. No. You stretch your baby arm into the inside of the seagull's wings. You are now controlling the seagull. La 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 la. Your parents see you. Freya, return to us. Freya. You go, this is my life now. And you fly away.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Freya. And you up for one last one?
No, that was 5.
All right. So as we said, obviously the last 2 shows we did were the live shows as well. So we're a bit behind on the babies, but we are doing them.
But also, they are long. They are long stories. Episodes can't be baby stories. Like, people wouldn't listen at all.
So we thank you very kindly for your patience. And that was Hedwig's Droppings. This has been the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much to everyone for listening to us. As we kind of hinted at, we're booking a few dates at the minute. Hopefully by the time of the next episode, we will have some more information for you. But we're hoping to be travelling around in April and May this year, doing some bits and bobs. Otherwise, you can join us on our Patreon, patreon.com/Pottervision. We're getting a few more movies in. We've just watched Camp Rock. And next week, we're watching Watership Down and commenting on that. And as soon as we're finished with The Order of the Phoenix, we're going to be watching that movie as well. So some more Harry Potter movie content coming for you lovely paying customers. But this has been Pottervision, and next time we'll be on episode 134, chapter 37 of The Order of the Phoenix, The Lost Prophecy. You have been the nation's favourite Tom Lawrenson.
And you have been Wales's golden child, Lucas Kirkby.
Goodbye.